We are going, we never come back, but it will go down than ever before.
That's true.
I tell you, we are going, we are throwing, we are trying to contribute some revenues, this, that, and this one. Because we're going to check us buying this. That one was a tax going to the government.
Our own people can't compete with them in terms of pricing. When he sells a bottle of Coke for 2 rand and you come and sell it for 5 rand, people go to that shop of a foreign national. And our small businesses, spaza shops collapsed.
So we are saying to our fellow South Africans, don't allow people with political ambitions to come and lie to you, make you angry at people who did not do wrong to you. If we are angry, we should be angry at our government. This is why we organized this march today.
Not that we hate foreign nationals, and we're not against the people who are coming to trade illegally in our country. Of course, South Africa needs people that could assist in terms of the revenue.
Since how many weeks, how many months now we are waiting there. Even the food they say, we don't eat nice food, we don't sleep nicely, we don't bath nicely. So we are tired, we want to go home. That's what I want to say.
We are going, we will never come back, but it will go down than ever before.
That's true.
I tell you, we are going, we are throwing, we are trying to contribute some revenues, this, that, and this one. Because we're going to check us buying this. That one was a tax going to the government. We are going. We have accepted. We are with the Africans. But I want just to let you know that the Zulus are also in Malawi. They are doing business in Malawi. We don't hate them. We love them. Have you ever heard that one of the Zulus have ever been beaten in Malawi? No. Here, we love them. We will find them. We'll never beat them. But you beat us here. We have accepted all these people will be going to Malawi. We'll never come back here. And we will find the Zulus. We are going to make this report to your friends in Zulu. How we have been beaten our chest away. We are here in Malawi. Let us be staying. We will be staying. We'll be farming. We'll be doing our business. We love them. We have accepted the challenge that has happened here. Thank you very much. That was just a contribution. That was to.
So we are saying to our fellow South Africans, don't allow people with political ambitions to come and lie to you, make you angry at people who did not do wrong to you. If we are angry, we should be angry at our government. This is why we organized this march today, to go to the government and show them that we are really angry, but we are not here to fight with you. We are here to remind you what you should be doing. So we are saying, government, do the right thing, just employ and train these people, because people are going everywhere and say, ngifuna ukubona amaphepha, ngibonisa amaphepha. Wazini ngala maphepha? Do you know the difference between an original asylum and a fake one? Do you know how a work visa look? So basically, this that is happening. I know they said we must not call it a xenophobia. I don't really care whether it's xenophobia or it's Afrophobia. As long as there's hatred, I am telling you, my sister, South Africans must refrain from hating fellow Africans, because this thing is actually directed at the people who look like us, you know.
How many weeks, how many months now we are waiting there. Even the food they say, we don't eat nice food, we don't sleep nicely, we don't bath nicely. So we are tired, we want to go home. That's what I want to say.
My grievances today is that I came to join my other fellow citizens of Nigeria to come and display our dissatisfaction about our stranded citizens who has been on the street here for the past 2 weeks waiting for the flight that never came till today. We are still waiting for the ambassador to come and speak to us, and we are yet to hear from him. However, the challenges our people are facing since 2 weeks, because imagine in this cold weather, it's a winter here in South Africa, and women and children are laying on the street, sleeping without shelter, without food, no sanitary pads, no blanket. It's inhuman for another human being to be treated that way, because they are waiting for the government to send flight, of which the flight has been approved. We heard that 5 flights was sent. Only 1 came and go, left with 4. Where are the 4? When are they going to come? We do not know. That's why we are here to ask the government to explain to us, the Nigerians, what is going on.
Not that we hate foreign nationals, and we're not against the people who are coming to trade illegally in our country. Of course, South Africa needs people that could assist in terms of the revenue of our country. But let's go deeper to this issue. The people who are not here in our country, who are here in our country illegally, what do we do about them? being them as Kopanang, how do they assist to make sure those people must go out of our country because they're here legally? To me, those people are criminals. And another thing, when he says those people must be documented, how do you document somebody that come in our country legally and want to be documented in the country where he is illegal in our country? That's not fair to our law.
Our own people can't compete with them in terms of pricing. When he sells a bottle of Coke for 2 rand, and you come and sell it for 5 rand, people go to that shop of a foreign national. And our small businesses, spaza shops collapsed that belong to our people because they cannot compete in pricing with these people. And some of them had to surrender their business premises to foreign nationals. I was in Old Bay in Cape Town as a Minister of Police. I've seen South Africans selling RDP houses to foreign nationals. Not even renting them out. A house you are given by government for free. Because of unemployment and everything of that sort, they do that. So there's no violence and anarchy and disruption of the economy that is going to solve the problem and the challenge of immigration.
The Constitution actually says that people who are illegal immigrants are meant to come into the country and get emergency health care, emergency being the operative word, and primary, and then be deported. None of this is happening in South Africa.
Oh, really? Oh, hold on. So wait. So you're saying, okay, we all know about the part where obviously our Constitution upholds human life, and if you need medication. So you're saying when the system, technically, there needs to be a home affairs office. Well, there is actually in every clinic and hospital where kids are born.
Yes.
They then need to go around, check for documentation. If you're illegal and upolile, then they need to enter and deport.
Mind you, there's a lot of wrong things happening in the country because if you're Saul and you're Mag and you're going to a hospital clinic, you're definitely going to produce your ID.
Yes.
Right? Because they need to go to your records. But they're not doing that with illegal immigrants. So one person would have 17 files all over. So they go like from one clinic to another just collecting medication. So that became a thing, you know. And then we started noticing
collecting medication because they're sick, or they just want to hoard medication.
It's a business.
It's a syndicate.
It's a business. They're selling this medication in their country.
Oh, the truck that had an accident.
Yes.
But
those trucks, you know, the worst thing about those trucks is that like those are like organized, like those are like from pharmaceuticals where they're like giving them in bulk. Because some of them they're like collecting, like these small criminals always collect. But the bigger ones are getting like the proper medication. Yes.
Okay, now what's the deal between them? So who's them and who's the pharmaceutical company?
So let me tell you, in other countries, healthcare is not like us. It's not like free. No. Where everything is like free. So they buy everything. You know, they buy like from Panados, they buy from like cough mixture, they buy from like everything is like.
You're talking about African countries, ne?
Yes, but mostly our neighbors.
Got you.
Malawi,
so
Mozambique.
They buy at a government clinic.
Yeah. They're
medication.
Yes.
They don't get an
They don't get,
Oh, for real? That's sick.
See, Ghost Lady knows this.
No, for real, dog. Like, that is sick. I'm from a government. It's sick. Why are you buying medication from a government?
And no partners intended.
No panado. Whoa, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so now our pharmaceutical companies based here saw that gap. And then they sell to foreigners, right?
Yes.
Which is illegal, technically.
Everything that's happening in South Africa, almost everything is illegal.
Whoa!
Almost everything is corruption in South Africa. Like if I could explain to you how much corruption we have, from the nurses to the police to the traffic officers to the even like everything is just illegal.
There's a mafia for everything.
What is out there, and it doesn't start now, were even condemned by the United Nations. When it was projected that people have been beaten up in South Africa and that they have been chased away and all of that, and some people died. Remember at some point you guys reported that a Mozambican national died somewhere in the Eastern Cape. or Western Cape, somewhere there. And then that in South Africa we are killing foreigners of African descent. And there's war. And these people who are marching, when they started, that's how they caught the attention.
Okay.
Mobilizing and beating up people. It changed over time.
Okay.
When generally churches and broader civil society condemned this vigilantism.
Okay.
And the language and the approach these marchers were taking then began to change. Now, there's no one in a state like ours where the rule of law runs supreme can actually take the law into their own hands and do what was projected to be coming. So the 30th of June was projected as a cleansing of Africans in our country by all means necessary, including violence,
Africans?
including killing. We started seeing people marching with knobkiris and all of that. And then we as the ANC have been very consistent. We say that this thing that is being done by these people, it must not be celebrated.
Okay.
It must be condemned and discouraged. And the law must intervene. Because we knew that from the days of apartheid, this thing of ethnic wars and tribal wars, what they did in the mines, when our people were made to speak Fanagaloko, Sutus fighting with the Xhosas, and all of that, and when people came to Johannesburg to work in the mines, and all of that, because those among them were captured for cheap labor. And majority of our people were basically isolated from these mines. And foreigners were being protected and being prepared and armed to attack some of the South Africans in these mines. It has evolved over time. And South Africa is not only a signatory, but we have fought a brutal system of apartheid and defeated it, which is a system of hatred and all of that. And then we kept on cautioning, don't call our African brothers amakwirikwiri. Yumasikela speaks to us from the grave. Yekela ukubiza abanye abantu ngakuthi ngamakirimani nabo ngabantu. Nothing wrong raising your ire about the fact that illegal immigration have taken over Hillbrow. Majority of the people who are there and the buildings around us here and all of that in Johannesburg belong to some people we don't know. And majority of people who occupy those buildings are undocumented. The state must intervene and clean out. And that is what has been undertaken by an interministerial committee to deal with these particular issues. So we have never been a nation that will embrace things like xenophobia. Because we come from a history of racism. Xenophobia is a form of hatred, against another human being. Singabantu bobuntu, which is the truth. What a single provocateur does in the streets of Johannesburg does not represent millions of South Africans in our country. By beating up people, chasing people, becoming an agent provocateur, and doing all sorts of things. And these are the things that we have condemned. And we are very clear that there are other countries in the African continent who were quick to rush that this deserves attention and South Africa must be isolated and all of that. Businesses of South Africa and the South Africans working in the African continent. There are people who are naive who think that South Africa does not do business with the rest of the continent, and there are no South Africans who are working in the African continent. That's not naivety. That's absolute, disaster for any individual, because you have closed yourself from the rest of the continent by thinking that this country of ours can exist outside Africa when we are in Africa ourselves. So the government of South Africa have undertaken a mission to brief different countries, and others we know have gone as far as targeting Al Amin summit of the African Union to make a case against South Africa. And that is why, as the ANC, we have worked on this immigration compact that seeks to intervene in law, but at the same time to define this immigration matter which we place before you, and we say it requires our discussion and enrichment as to what then makes this. It's not only a South African phenomenon, it's global, it's African. People come here to South Africa for a reason, in their numbers, because they run away from their countries. Others genuinely from political conflict, which they are covered by Geneva Convention in terms of how you deal with refugees and all of that. But others are coming here because they are looking for greener pastures. And unfortunately, they are doing that in an unlawful manner because of our porous borders. They come through and then they settle in our country. And whenever they do things, including criminality, we can't find them.